Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to another MSI Insider live stream. And I'm here together with the one, the only,
Make it leave.
welcome Markit.
Thank you.
Actually, you're going to do most of the work today.
Yep.
Because we're going to do a nice PC build with the new MEG MAESTRO 700L PZ case. PZ stands for Project Zero, so that means it also supports the back connect motherboards. You will see a lot about that later in the stream. Mankit, I think this will be your first Project Zero build, right?
Yeah, and also the first time I'll be building
live on stream.
Live on stream and at MSI.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Yep. Because I haven't done it for a while, but
you're already making up excuses.
No, but I did say during my job interview I like building PCs. It's one of my hobbies.
So now you can prove it.
I think they're trying to make me prove it.
Of course.
So I'm all for it.
Nice.
I already have all the components here ready for myself. But yeah.
We also have a nice giveaway today, so we'll be giving away several Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game codes. You can participate by going to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can also follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes. That will lead you to Gleam. Within Gleam you can perform certain actions. The more actions you perform, the bigger chance you'll have to win. And if you're a returning visitor, also make sure to claim your loyalty bonus to have a slight edge in the giveaway as well. Gigaram says, looks like a fish tank. I can see certain similarities, but we will fill it up today, but not with water and fish.
Nope.
Mankit is very experienced with RGB, by the way, so that's good because he is our RGB person. I'm not an RGB person, but this system will definitely have some RGB.
Yeah.
Sneak peek already, you may see it in front of Mankit. We will also introduce you to our new Easy 120 ARGB interconnectable addressable RGB fans. We will use the black ones in this build as well, but we also have them in white. And we will also give you some additional info about those fans while Mankit is building. Let's first have a bit of a look at the Project Zero ecosystem. So that's the back connect. Basically, the connectors are on the back of the motherboard, so you for better cable management, etc. Yeah, there you can see it. This is the board we will build with. It's the Z790 Project Zero, and that's an ATX motherboard. We also have two micro-atx motherboards, one based on the Intel B760 chipset and one based on the AMD B650 chipset. I think one is left of you, Mankit.
Yes. I can show it right now.
That's the case, I think.
Yeah.
I meant the motherboard. That's on the other side, I guess.
Oh, you want to see the...
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Sorry.
This, this is the Intel one. Intel B760. So this is a micro-ATX. And we have already done a live stream with this. Mankit will now show you the case that he was already almost showing you.
Yep.
And
so
this
many
is
things
our
here.
Pano M100R Project Zero case. This is a lot more entry-level, affordable model than the Maestro that we'll be using today. I can actually also show you an image of the build. There we go. This is during the live stream, so we did this together with Eric while I was on holiday. And as you can see, you barely see any. You see the power supply cable for the graphics card. But other than that, it's very clean in terms of cables. Today we will do similar type of build, but a lot more high-end. Of course, we're now building in an MEG case. That's, of course, our flagship series. We'll also be using some higher-end components. So we use a Z790 motherboard. We use a Core i7-14700K CPU. I believe you have an RTX 4090 Supreme GPU?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be high-end today.
Almost everything is high-end here. Even the water cooling, we have everything here.
Yeah. This case also quite a bit bigger. It supports back connect ATX, but also extended ATX for a regular motherboard, for example. Before Mankit starts building, let's give a brief introduction. While Mankit is building, I will show you all the ins and outs of the case. So in the meanwhile, we will bother Mankit for a couple of times. Please show us this, please show us that. But here you see a bit of an overview. So GigaRAM already mentioned. It looks a bit like a fish tank. Yeah, you could say that from a certain perspective. It's a lot of glass, both. Well, basically it's one panel, but stretching all the way from the front to the left side of the case. So that's a single piece of glass, and the same goes actually for the aluminum, which is also like a single piece stretching all over it. So I'm quite curious, what do you guys think of these kind of cases? I know Mankit likes the fancy PC cases with a lot of RGB.
I mean, since you've introduced me to mini-itx,
since I infected you with
mini-itx,
mini-itx,
towards the mini-itx cases lately.
Yeah, this is not exactly a mini-itx one.
No,
this is like a very big case actually.
This is totally the opposite.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, my case right now is also quite big, so I'm kind of used to these sizes. Although I gotta say, this one is even bigger than mine, and mine was already 66 liters. Not sure how much this one is.
Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't measured.
But do you know why it's called 700L? Somebody was asking that in the chat earlier.
The L and the R basically in this series, 700 I don't know, to be honest. The L and the R is, the L is the version that doesn't come with any fans included. So for example, with the Pano M100 that you just lifted up, we have an R version. That one comes included with addressable RGB fans, and we have an L version that does not include any fans. This one we currently only have an L version without any fans, because in this kind of segment people usually want very specific fans, very fancy ones as well. So for example, the EZ120 ARGB that we'll be using today. So that's what the L and R stands for. The PZ of course stands for Project Zero.
Mm-hmm.
PST Man Play is asking, what is better airflow intake, front or side?
It depends on the case.
Like, yeah, purely from an airflow perspective, I would say front, but you lose some aesthetics. That's why you will find it here on the side. But of course, when you do it in the front, you blow it directly towards the components, whereas here you first have to angle it. So purely from a cooling perspective, I would say the front is usually better, but it also depends very much on how much access does it have to fresh air. Is it a closed front panel? Is it mesh, for example? Mesh is very good in terms of airflow. If you have partly glass, that will of course take a bit of the airflow away. So it's always a bit of a balance between cooling and looks, because usually if you have the best cooling, you usually don't have the best looks. Still, this case has a ton of cooling options. You can fit a lot of fans in it. More about that later. Mankit, let's go back to you, because you have a lot of components in front of you. Maybe you can quickly introduce us to what you will be using.
I can show you the case real quick before I build in it. The thing is quite huge.
Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, of course I do. Oh, the wrong side. Oh, wait a minute.
This is also a pretty side.
I even left the paper in. I haven't built in it yet, because I want everything to be spontaneous. So
talking about spontaneous, I can already see your fingerprints on there.
Yeah. But I did moisturize my fingers, so I think that's maybe one of the reasons. So.
Can you show the front? I know it's mostly glass, but still.
Yeah. Wait, there's so
you
many
need to make some space
here that I need to make some space first. Let's see. This thing is really huge. So. Yeah.
There we go. So we can have a good look at your fingerprints on the front.
But yeah, this thing is sturdy. That's one thing that that I noticed. But this thing is really sturdy, and you can pop off the back panel, actually. So you can access it from the back.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh. Let me pop it back in. But yeah, I think I have to get used to the fact that the edges are not sharp. So, and it's really, what do you call that? Like there's a curve. So I kind of like that. Mm-hmm. So you can showcase everything, but I'm a little bit scared when pulling off the tempered glass.
Because you
this way.
actually have broken tempered glass panels in the past, right?
But that's because I dropped them. That's a different story.
I'm actually still surprised that you broke it, because maybe some of our viewers remember, but we once did a live stream where we broke the tempered glass side panel on purpose. So I actually had a hammer and I was smacking it and it just wouldn't break. I also held it over my head, dropped it on the floor from like over 2 meters. It wouldn't break. I needed to use a safety hammer in order to break the tempered glass side panel. So I'm quite surprised that you were so unlucky that you actually managed to break tempered glass. Because in my experience, it's very strong.
The likeness of MSI would be Eric, not me.
But for SRS now, Eric has never broken a tempered glass side panel, and you managed to do so.
He does drop things, and that's what I think Linus is known for.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Inferno and PST man remember that episode that we attacked the tempered glass.
But about the fingerprints, I have some cleaning stuff for later to make it fully
So in the
clean.
end, you can make it look good. But during the building, it doesn't make any sense, because I will be back on in a minute again. The other components that you'll be using. We already briefly talked about the Z790 Project Zero motherboard.
Yep.
Maybe we can quickly show it again. So a full ATX back connect motherboard.
Maybe you can use the...
Yeah. There we go.
So here you can see it, and the connectors on the back. Do watch your fingers when you build with one, because
it bites.
Yeah, Michiel already he already warned me.
Yeah, if you pick it up, the connectors can be sharp.
When I picked it up, already hurt myself. So so yeah.
Okay, and then the CPU you'll be using
14700Ki, right?
Yeah, Core i7.
14700K.
So latest 14 gen CPU. Then we have some nice matching memory modules.
Yep.
Those are the G.Skill Trident Z5 DDR5 modules.
And also our MEG power supply.
Yeah.
With all the cables already connected, of course, that I need. But also with the case, you also get like a bunch of screws, and you actually get an abundant amount of them.
Oh boy, you're screwed.
And a vertical mount riser.
Yeah, riser cable indeed. Yeah.
Because we're going to vertically mount the GPU today. It's going to be my first time, because I've never mounted a GPU vertically before. I've always done it horizontally. But yeah.
Sesko noticed my bad joke in between.
But we're not going to use the white one today. We're going to use the black one.
Yeah, black case, black fans.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this one on the side. So while I'm building, Michiel can tell you all about the case. And let's go.
Okay. Then Mankev can just start, and we will just talk about it. So let's have a brief overview of this case. It uses a dual chamber aluminum frame design, and basically that means you have the chamber on the front where you can see all the components, and where you, if you build it correctly, you don't see any cables. And then you have the back, and that's where you can hide a lot of the cables. It's actually, you have quite a lot more space there than what you're used to from a regular case. You have a lot more clearance. But you also need that because the connectors are, of course, on the back of the motherboard. But you will see that later on. The frame of the case is made by an aluminum unibody, and that's 2.5 millimeters thick anodized aluminum. That one stretches over the whole case, basically. It also has NCT machine cutting triangular ventilation. More about that later as well. The goal, of course, of this case is that it's one massive showcase of your components. So there is a huge tempered glass side window, 4 millimeters thick, and also curved around the front. And that one stretches all the way from the left to the front. It supports both ATX motherboards that are back connected, so ATX back connect, and extended ATX motherboards. There is a limit in terms of the size of an extended ATX motherboard, because extended ATX is always a little bit of an odd standard because it's not always the same size. For example, the Godlike is even wider than it is high, then you will get issues with the cable management. So a Godlike, for example, will not fit, but an Ace, which is also an extended ATX motherboard, that one will fit in this case. Also a very nice combination in terms of looks, by the way. It also supports both horizontal and vertical GPU installation. Today we're using an engineering sample of this case. We only have the vertical GPU bracket. That one is already in the case as well. Let me quickly switch to this camera so we can see what my kit is doing as well.
Yeah, I just installed the CPU and
just some preparations. Yeah, so horizontal and vertical GPU installation possibilities. For the vertical GPU installation, you do need a riser cable, and that one actually comes included with this case. So it comes with a PCI Express Gen 4.0 x 16 riser cable, and that one Monkit will also install later on to use with the vertical mount. If you prefer to go for horizontal, of course you don't need the riser cable. You will just plug the graphics card and other add-in cards directly into your motherboard. So this is the NCT machined triangular ventilation, and basically what you see is on the panel you see a lot of small triangles, and that will, there are over 3600 in total, by the way, over the whole case, and that will give you the airflow possibilities, but it also looks really nice. Let's start bothering Monkit with his preparation. Monkit, can you maybe pick up a panel and show it in front of the camera?
The glass panel?
No. The one with the triangular shapes. Just pick up a panel.
Okay.
You can click the one on the back out of the case. That's the easiest way, probably.
Yep. Oh yeah, nice. All my fingerprints. Nice.
There we go. So here you can see Monkit's fingerprints and also triangular ventilation hole. And the NCT machining is basically that you like perforate kind of into the panel. So it's not really cutting them out, but more like a perforation in the aluminum.
Oh, I see. Okay.
NRT is asking, is there mesh behind? I think it's a dust filter, right? The panel you just held?
Yeah.
Yeah, so dust filter behind the triangular ventilation holes.
Oh wait, it's the other way around. No.
People are talking about Corsair. It's kind of interesting that you all think that Corsair owns the triangle, but I think it's quite a common shape in general. So we went with triangles this time. Fight us, Corsair. I don't think triangles are unique enough to copyright or patent for a manufacturer. But yeah, Corsair indeed also uses triangles sometimes. But yeah, it differs a bit in our cases. Sometimes we use round shapes. In this case, triangles. JXST Gaming is asking how thick it is. The aluminum panel is 2.5 millimeters thick, and the tempered glass is 4 millimeters thick. Neo Linkster says, tell that to PlayStation. Yeah, I think a lot of brands use triangles and other stuff.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to put it inside the case.
Okay.
I put most of...
Let's have a look.
Yeah, so I put most of the things already on the motherboard. So now I'm going to screw the motherboard inside the PC.
Where did you put the SSD? The top one?
The top one.
Yeah, nice. So the SSD that we're using currently is, I believe, a Spatium M480, right?
Yeah, and then 2 terabytes.
Yeah, PCI Express Gen 4 SSD in this case. And Monkit put it underneath the M.2 Shield Frozr.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Ugh. Okay, now I need to stand up because, okay.
NRT has a very good question in Twitch chat. Did you peel the protective cover off?
Yeah, I did. It's
good.
Wait, where is it? It's right here.
But good that you check, NRT. Let's get back into it in terms of while Mankit is.
This is how I pull it off. And this is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm kind of a little bit scared.
Mankit, you know the rule. You break it, you buy it.
Yeah. But this should be fine. It's tempered glass, and I have.
We all know your history with tempered glass.
Oh. Nice. Ta-da! Oh, here.
It's a bit hard to see because, of course, it's glass.
Yeah, of course. Wait, here you can see it. So it's like one piece of glass. Maybe I should rip off the paper.
Yeah, you should. The paper is not the prettiest thing. Billy wonders in the YouTube chat, pray he doesn't break it. Well, Billy, it's a wonder that he didn't break it.
Pray he doesn't. Okay. Everybody has faith in me. Thanks.
Hey, we didn't say that.
Wait, there's still some old cables here. Need to cut them off.
What are you cutting? Tie wraps?
Yeah, a tie
okay.
wrap.
Don't scratch the case.
Luckily, I always have a nail clipper with me.
Root2M is asking on YouTube chat, is there an acrylic glass version of this? So you mean like plastic instead of tempered glass? No. This case is always with tempered glass. No acrylic.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, let's go back to my slide as well and talk a bit about thermals, because this case has got a lot of space for case fans and radiators. So you can fit up to a total of 10 120mm fans, 3 at the side, 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, and 1 in the back. At the top and the bottom, you can also choose to use 1 40mm case fans, and then you can still fit 3 of them in both in the top and the bottom. That doesn't work at the front. So the front and also the back of the case, or I should say, it's not really front, it's side. The side and the back are limited to 120mm fans. It supports up to 3 360mm radiators, so at the side, at the top, and the bottom. On the side, you can also choose to use a push-pull configuration. Of course, you require a little bit more clearance there for the extra thickness of additional fans. So even though it looks fancy, you still get very good cooling options with this case. By the way, in our today's build, we will be using a total of 7 120mm fans. So Mankit will use the Easy 120 ARGB, the kit of the 3 fans, the 3 fan pack. At the side, he will use the Core Liquid S360 liquid cooler in the top. That one also comes with 3 120mm fans. And we have an additional addressable RGB fan to place in the back. Androider Mont is asking, what is the cost of the case? MSRP of this case is $399 US. So it's definitely not a cheap case. You can also feel it if you hold it. We use a lot of more expensive materials in this, of course, the banded tempered glass, the aluminum, but it's definitely not the cheapest case out there. So we have the Pano cases, those are the more affordable Project Zero cases. And for the higher end, the premium materials, we have now the Maestro series.
Yeah, because almost everything in here is fully aluminum. So, except the vertical mount.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
By the way, one thing we didn't talk about yet, because of course the Pano we just showed you was a micro-ATX case, but we will also have an ATX version of the Pano. So if you're looking for a more affordable Project Zero case, so that supports back and neck motherboards. So Mankit, you can do some lifting again, because I think you also have that here, right?
Which one did you want?
So sneak peek, we will do the ATX one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, boy.
So we haven't done a live stream about this yet, but we also have the, in this case, the MEG Pano 100L PZ case. So this is a more affordable case than the Maestro. Of course, you can also see that a bit in the material usage. You don't have the bended glass, for example, but you do have angled. But if you're looking for a more affordable option, then keep your eyes open for a future live stream where we'll also do a build with the ATX panel one. So I do actually like the space that you have now. It almost looks like a test bench, how you're currently building.
Kind of looks like that, yeah.
Here you can also see an overview of the cooling possibilities of the case. So the different fans you can place in there. So at the top and the bottom, up to 3 140mm fans. Of course, you can also go for 120. And at the front, you can put another 3 120mm fans. And in the back, a single one. In terms of radiators, up to 360mm at the side, at the top, at the bottom, and up to 120mm at the back. Mankeet, you already touched a little bit on this because you were talking about the bended edges, basically. You will see this in different places in the case. So you already saw it with the tempered glass. That one has a 90-degree bend in it. But you also see it with the aluminum panels stretching all from the bottom to the top of the case. Also a single piece, and that's anodized aluminum and bent to 90 degrees as well.
Show us assembly.
I can show you assembly. There you go.
There's not much interesting happening right now. I'm just screwing in the motherboard. Oh, I dropped the screw. I'm just screwing in the motherboard right now.
The motherboard looks very bright with all the lights. NRT is asking who has case 001. I don't know, but I do know who has 007. And it's not us.
Trident versus this looks super fun. I prefer this one over the Trident.
Yeah, Sesko got it. James has it. Horizon is asking, can you fit the Godlike motherboard in it? Depends which Godlike, but the most recent models are too big, unfortunately. That would actually interfere with the cable management holes. So the biggest Godlikes, no. Later on I will show you the maximum measurements you can do. You can fit extended ATX up to a certain width in it, so an Ace, for example, would fit. A Godlike would be too wide. Let's maybe do our first drawing for the giveaway while Mankeet is screwing everything in. So we'll be giving away several Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game codes.
How much is the whole PC? Oh wait, my screw, my head. Well, if you look at MSRP, this PC definitely does not come cheap. So
there's a 4090 in there. So
yeah, exactly. The 4090 already makes it quite expensive. And if you add the case, so the case and the graphics card itself already would be, I think, already 2.4. Then you add, if I would have to make an estimate, definitely above 4K. No, would it be above 4K?
In total? Oh, I haven't done the math.
If I do the math right now,
I think it will be a bit lower.
Yeah, okay, maybe between 3 and 4.
So for the giveaway, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, if you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can also follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes. It will lead you to Gleam. Within Gleam, you can perform certain actions. The more actions you perform, the bigger chance you will have to win. And I actually did a drawing for our first winner of today, and this is one of our regulars. That's always good to see. Congratulations, Pandorian Grey. You won a game code for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. So congratulations to you. If you are already signed up, there is no need to do anything because you will automatically be included in the next drawings as well. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to do so. So you will also be included in the upcoming drawings throughout the stream. Congrats, Pandorian Grey. Back to the case, because all that tempered glass, of course, gives you a very nice and wide panoramic display. So in case you want to show off all your components, I think this is a very nice case to have. If you're very lazy like me and don't want to do fancy building, you of course just get a closed case. Then this is not the case for you. This is really a showcase. So if that's not your cup of tea, then you should avoid this case for sure. But the good thing is that by default you barely see any cables here because so many are on the back of the motherboard. If you use a Project Zero motherboard, of course. You can also use a regular motherboard, but then you will have to do a little bit more proper cable management.
Okay. This, I'm not even sure the way I'm doing it, if it's correct, the correct order, but
we will find out later if it fits.
If it doesn't work, you guys know the answer. Can you buy this case right now?
Should be available soon, I think, but it depends a bit per region. It may also depend per region if it is available or not. I know that this will not be available in every single region. I think in Europe it's limited to 3 or 4 countries, I believe. The bigger countries will get it, but I don't think all of them will. So at this point it's still a bit limited, but it's best to check with your local retailer if they will have it and when they will have it, because that definitely will depend per region as well. TMN is asking how to RMA the glass panel. Don't break it, then you don't have to RMA it. That's basically what you should do. Keep it in one piece. So it supports back connect motherboards. Here you can see that it has additional cutouts in the motherboard tray. Important to mention here is that it only supports back connect ATX motherboards because it only has those cutouts. So you cannot fit a back connect micro-ATX motherboard in this because you don't have the cutouts in the motherboard tray in order to fit it. You can fit a regular micro-ATX in there, but not a back connect, only back connect ATX. Philanex says, nice to see a familiar and good person winning first thing today. Yeah, it's always nice to see one of our regulars win something. I already saw a couple of questions about this, so let's dive a bit into the component compatibility. So we already talked about motherboards. Here you can also see the maximum size that it can support in case of an extended ATX motherboard. So it's up to 305 by 280 millimeters. So an Ace will fit, for example, a Godlike will not because it's too wide. At least today's Godlikes, the older Godlikes will fit. But the newest Godlikes are very big and they are even wider than they are high. It fits liquid coolers up to 360 millimeters. That's the radiator size, of course. And you can also fit air coolers in there up to a height of 170 millimeters. So also relatively big tower coolers would fit inside this case. For GPUs, you have a lot of space up to a length of 430 millimeters. So also the biggest graphics cards that we have in our assortment, like for example the Supreme X that we're using today, can easily fit in this Maestro case. And power supplies of up to 320 millimeters in length. That's also quite a lot for today's standard. Like nowadays you see that power supplies actually get a little bit more compact, especially like the really powerful power supplies in the past. Like if you had a power supply over 1 kilowatt, they tended to be very long. Now it's a lot shorter already. But even the longer ones, if you have 230 millimeters of clearance, you can even fit a longer one in there if you still want to use one of those. As mentioned before, it supports both horizontal and vertical GPU installation. By default, the horizontal bracket is installed in the case, but it comes with a vertical PCI Express bracket as well as a PCI Express 4.0 times 16 riser cable that you will need in case you want to use the vertical mount. If you want to go for the horizontal graphics card mount, you can also use the additional support bracket that comes included in the box. So especially if you have like a bigger, heavier graphics card and you want to have a little bit of extra support, that's a very nice feature to have. Let's see how far Mankit is in the building process. Mankit, what are you doing currently?
I'm connecting the connectors of the case itself.
So you mean like the power button and the reset button and those kind of things?
Yeah, but it's so dark that I have difficulty.
We have so many studio lights and you can complain that it's dark.
Yeah, unless I put it like this, then I can't really see it.
Oh, this kind of works.
But this kind of works as well. Let's see, audio.
Helder XL75 is saying, case is very cool. I just built my rig using a 1000 watt MEG power supply. That's nice. We'll also be using the MEG power supply today. We're using the 1300 watt. That's basically because we had that one on hand and not the 1000 watt. In this case, I think 1000 watt should still be sufficient for this build. Jordan is asking, MSI, can you tell what's the best gaming laptop? Well, sneak peek, next week we will talk about our full notebook lineup. So make sure to join that one, then we'll tell you all about the different models that we have in our offering.
All right.
TB and RPAX asking, I used to receive an email from Gleam for entering the giveaway, but I didn't receive it this time. Is that normal? I have no idea, to be honest. The giveaway seems to be working though, because we do have a lot of entries already. Yeah, and it's still increasing, but to be honest, I don't know about the Gleam email situation. That's on the Gleam side, so I'm not sure about that, sorry. Rurutu is asking, where do I enter the Avatar Game Code giveaway? Go to msi.com/2/insider, or I see that you're watching on Twitch. Once every 5 minutes, our bot will also put a direct link to Gleam in the chat. Okay. Then let's have a look at the area where Mankit is currently doing some cable management. Because it's a back connect motherboard, you do actually need some additional space because you have quite, for example, the thicker power cables of the power supply also stick out of the back of the motherboard. In this case, you have 90 millimeters of clearance behind the motherboard tray in order to do all that cable management. That's quite a lot. You can also see that, for example, the power supply will be located behind the motherboard tray.
Yep.
So that's also why it's a relatively wide case, but it's not extremely high, especially not for a case that can accommodate even extended ATX motherboards. So it's a bit, yeah, more boxy, I would say, or aquarium-like, as some people mentioned it in chat. So somewhat shorter, but somewhat wider, but it does give you a lot of cable management space behind the motherboard.
What I do like a lot is the fact that the front panel, most people are used to connecting them individually, but this one just comes as a whole.
Can you maybe show that in the close-up?
Yeah. Let's see. So the front panel connector goes. So the front panel connector goes in here, and that's just one connector. So it's one whole thing.
Yeah. So instead of having all the separate connectors, it's a single JFD1 plug, basically.
And also on the motherboard itself, it says JFP1. So.
And Legendary Frank is asking, do you recommend building a computer while stoned? I never done that myself, but Mankit, maybe you can answer this question. No, also no experience while building it stoned?
I've only been, no, I don't think I've been stoned even in my even once in my life.
Me neither, but maybe we have some experience in chat. Did any of you build a PC while being stoned, and would you recommend it or not? Because unfortunately, we don't have the expertise to answer this one. Now, I only built PCs under the influence of alcohol. That was fine in my experience. I'm not sure if I would specifically recommend it, especially not with too much alcohol maybe. But with a nice beer, building a PC, that was fine in my case.
No, I definitely do not build anything under influence. But then again, I also don't drink beer. I don't smoke. Nothing.
Oh, Jordan is complaining that we're not answering his questions. Let me see, what was your question? Sorry, we're live on different platforms, so we get a lot of messages on all different platforms. So we do definitely sometimes miss a question. I see you were asking, can you find this case in the US? Yes, in the US you should be able to buy. I'm not sure if it's already available there. Best to check with your reseller. But in the US it should definitely be available.
See,
NRT says not under the influence of illegal substances, but yes, prescription medication. So NRT, if it was medicinal weed, for example, was it any good while PC building? Oh, GigaRam says, hell no, I had to fix a PC. My mate built when stoned. He killed the motherboard and the CPU. Okay, so I would say the general consensus in chat is do not build under influence. Especially, I think, if you're going for a higher end build and you have very expensive components, you may want to stay sober for the building process.
I'm not
and
surprised.
then you can play games on it intoxicated.
Okay, let's see.
Hello G-Code, welcome, welcome.
So now I'm going to screw in the power supply. Okay, let me do it like this so that everybody can see. Oh.
So the power supply located behind the motherboard tray.
So if I lifted it up a little bit, you can see it's in here. So in the back. To be honest, I advise everyone, if they're going to build this, not to put the cables in already, because they're quite sturdy. So you might have a little bit of difficulty putting the PSU in. So PSU first, and then the cables. So then you can also, I don't know, there might be some people that are perfectionists in the stream, and they want even cable management, even with a case like this. Then yeah,
I actually do it differently. I do always put the cables already in there, the ones I need. But the power supply is actually one of the first things I put inside the case. So I already put it in there. I route the cables to the correct position, and then I.
Reason I didn't do that is because this is a cableless, this Project Zero, so I thought.
It's a bit different indeed. That's true.
So I don't need to like route any cables to the front, so that actually helps a lot.
Let me see.
You can answer Legendary Frank's question from
Yeah,
Twitch.
but let me see, because first NRT was asking, I see an HDD mounting system, to whoever asked if there were any bays. And indeed see that there is a combo tray where you can position 2 3.5 inch drives if you want. So yes, you can put in 2 hard disk drives, and I think there should be space for 2 more 2.5 inch drives, right?
Yeah, but I don't know right away where it is.
It could be that you just screw them to the back of the motherboard tray.
Isn't it this one? You're talking about this one, right?
There is like one combo tray. Now that one, it can support either 2.5 or 3.5.
Oh, okay.
But I think there is a position where you can put 2 more 2.5 inch drives.
Maybe.
If I remember the specs correctly.
Not sure.
Okay, we'll try to find that later.
Alright, this is for the GPU. This one does go to the front. And let's see which hole I'm gonna use.
Legendary Frank was asking, may I ask why it's recommended to use dual channel RAM with 2 sticks rather than occupy all 4 slots? That mostly has to do with the memory topology on motherboards. In the past, a lot of motherboards used T topology, and T topology basically gives you the same signal quality to each memory slot, but it also limits you in the speeds that you can reach if you only use 2 memory DIMMs, for example. The memory topology that today's motherboards mostly use is daisy chained, and like it already says basically you daisy chain one slot to another, but one of those slots will get the better signal. So the first in line in the tracing will get a clearer signal than the second one. So basically, 2 of the slots perform better than basically all of the slots in T topology, but the other 2 slots will perform worse than the slots in T topology. So daisy chaining is usually better if you use 2 memory modules. T topology is better when you use 4 memory modules. But because the vast majority of people only use 2 memory modules, daisy chaining is the most logical memory topology for us to apply on motherboards. That's why it is recommended to use 2 RAM sticks, because with a daisy chain topology motherboard, you can get the highest memory frequencies if you use only 2 DIMMs. Of course, you do need to put them in the correct memory slots then in order to utilize that. And that's on our motherboards. If you look from the CPU socket, then you leave one open, then you fill one memory slot, you leave one open again, and you fill a memory slot. So that's how you should put your memory modules in on MSI motherboards to get the maximum speed out of your DDR5 modules. GigaRAM also mentions all overclocking motherboards only have 2 memory slots. That's completely correct, and that's all because you get the best memory signal if you only have a single DIMM per channel. That's also why, for example, mini-itx boards are usually very, very good at memory overclocking compared to 4 DIMM motherboards. But yeah, that's completely correct, GigaRAM. Snips86 is asking in Twitch chat, I missed it. What are the 3 connections on the plate on the back? I think you mean on the I/O. There you get 2 USB Type A's and 1 USB Type C. And the USB Type A is USB 3.2 Gen 1, so that's 5 gigabit per second. And the USB Type C is USB 3.2 Gen 2 times 2, so that's 20 gigabit per second. Of course, the motherboard that you use also needs to support that standard on the front header. But at least the case is capable of reaching those speeds.
CPU done.
Theo Mayo is asking, I have a question, Mike. I want to upgrade a PC where I can have an MSI 4070 Super and I want a new CPU, AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D on an MSI MEG B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. Or do you recommend another series of motherboards of MSI? Depends a bit about on what you want to do and what kind of stuff you want to connect to it. In 99% of the situations, I think the 7800X3D on a B650 Tomahawk is a very good combination and also very, very hard to beat. So unless you want to have very specific I/O possibilities and you have more PCI Express Gen 4 lanes, for example, if you want to put a ton of M.2 SSDs in, then you would benefit, for example, from an X670. If you're just going to use 1 or 2 SSDs, for example, like most people do, then a B650 will be well sufficient, and B650 Tomahawk will perfectly suit your needs. 7800X3D also specifically for gaming, that's about the best CPU you can buy at this point. So yeah, I would say a 4070 Super with 7800X3D on a B650 Tomahawk is probably even the combination I would advise to people if they want to get the best bang for buck system in that segment. It's very hard to beat. Of course, if you also want to do productivity, that there are CPUs that are stronger in that perspective. But if it's specifically for gaming, then I think you made an extremely good combination. Idri Kuni is asking, why is this case better than a normal ATX case? Well, what do you define a normal ATX case? There are a few things that make this case unique compared to other cases. Better is, of course, a subjective thing. For example, personally, I prefer I don't like addressable RGB and stuff like that, so I prefer a closed case. So I personally wouldn't get a case with tempered glass and all those kind of things. This is really if you want to show off your components, if you want to make it look very fancy with addressable RGB lighting. It does use very premium materials, so of course the 2.5mm anodized aluminum with 4mm tempered glass. But it all depends on what you want. So cases are a very subjective thing in general, I think. If you want a case that looks very good and feels very good, then this is a very good option. If you want a more subtle case that blends in your living room, for example, then I would recommend to go with a closed case instead of a tempered glass, for example. So yeah, it's for a large part based on personal preference. Let's go to a quick overview. So the case is very DIY friendly, dual chamber layout. That's very useful with the back and neck motherboards because you need some additional space for the cable management, and you get that with that second chamber behind the motherboard tray. It is an aluminum unibody design, so it's stretching and bending all the way from the top to the bottom. And on the other side, you have the bent tempered glass, also made out of a single piece of tempered glass. Supports up to 3 360mm radiators. It comes with a graphics card stand and a vertical PCI Express bracket, as well as a PCI Express Gen 4 riser cable that you need in case you want to use that vertical PCI Express bracket.
Yeah, and do it like this.
In case you want to have some more detailed specifications, you can now find that behind Mankit. If Mankit sits down, then you can also read it.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you can still reach it.
Yeah, I'm trying to install the cooler, but to make sure that I'm not hindering any cable management.
Fijo Mayo is asking what thermal paste did Mankit use? Mankit, can you show it up close, the thermal paste you used?
Yes. Ta-da.
That one. And we actually use it because it's quite a big tube, and we use quite a lot of thermal paste within MSI because we swap out a lot of components, we do a lot of different builds. So if we use the very small ones that come included, for example, with coolers, we finish those very quickly. So that's why we have a very big tube of thermal paste. But it's it's quite a generic thermal paste. It's not like a very specialized kind of like liquid metal thing or something. It's just a generic thermal paste. Legendary Frank says, for anyone wondering, thermal paste is dog safe, at least in tiny amounts. I know because my dog chewed some and I panicked, called my vet. Yeah, I think the content of thermal paste in general, I definitely wouldn't advise to eat it. I'm glad your dog came out of it well, but try to keep it away from pets, definitely. I wouldn't say it's very healthy for consumption. Androider Mont is asking, can you show us MSI RGB fans? Well, Androider, I'm very glad you asked because that's actually the next topic I wanted to talk about. So let me go to my next slide because I wanted to talk with you about the new MPG Easy 120 ARGB fans. Those come available in black and white, as you can also see in the image, and Mankit showed them earlier on as well. These are our first interconnectable fans, and that basically means that you can connect them together without the need for cables to connect each fan separately. So basically, you connect them as a whole to, in this case, a fan hub at once with a single cable, and then you connect fan 2 to the first one, and you connect fan 3 to the second one, and you use connector blocks in order to do so. Here you see a lot of these easy 120 addressable RGB fans in this case, a pano case. As mentioned, they have a magnetic design, and we use patented connector blocks for that. Later on, Mankit will also demonstrate them to you. It uses a daisy chain connection, so as mentioned before, you connect the second fan to the first one and the third one to the second one, and then you can expand that further. Xzoro is asking, are you going to give it away? No, not these ones. Unfortunately, I only have a single sample of these, but we are giving away game codes for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. So in case you want to win something, that's all we can provide in this live stream.
Okay, that was not stuck.
Oh, did you break it? Did you break? Oh, we need to watch this up close. What happened?
The cooler came loose. That's not good.
Did you properly connect it?
Yeah.
Because you put it in there, you twist it, and then you secure it.
Interesting.
Don't break it, Monkit.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Eric already has that specialization on this stream.
Okay, now I'm a little bit confused. Why the plastic part came loose? Because I thought that was already secured.
You need to turn it a little bit in order to secure it. So you place it on there, then you twist it a bit.
Yeah, it probably came loose. The mounting bracket on the cooler is here. And on the back, of course. Yeah, not good.
Okay, well, Monkit tries to fix this. We go back to the fence. And we can see Monkit struggle in the small view. So it's a magnetic design. Actually, Monkit, I do need you to quickly demonstrate this. Hey, don't break it. Why are you killing my samples?
Okay, I think I should. I think I should screw it to standoff first.
Phillinex is also mentioning a Twitch chat. Why did the plastic part come loose? Because you broke it.
Don't tell me I broke it.
Oh, I will definitely blame you. I have video evidence.
Nah. Maybe I think this is the right way. What did you want to see?
I wanted you to demonstrate the fence. So I want to disturb you from your struggle with the CPU mount.
The fans, oh, of course.
PST man play says blame on Kit. Usually it was always blame Eric in chat, but maybe we need to adjust it.
Eric has competition.
Indeed,
oh, come
indeed.
on. If it works, it'll be fine.
Can you take out the connector blocks, mate?
Yeah.
So apart from the magnetic connector blocks, the fans themselves also have like a magnetic system. Can you have the other one out as well? So you can separate the fans?
Yeah, of course. So you have to take them off from both sides. Let's not break these fans. So that way you can pop it off.
Yeah, and there is a magnetic system in there as well. And there are also two parts in the frame sticking out a little bit, and that one will guarantee that it gets the correct position when it magnetically clicks to the other fan.
Yep, definitely. First words after the stream, that's gonna come off your paycheck.
So let's also take a look at the magnetic blocks, because it has magnetic blocks on either side. This is a patented design, and one of the blocks on one side provides the fan with both the power and the PWM signal, so basically regulates how fast it spins. And the other side gives the addressable RGB power and controlling signal. So you don't need any additional cables to connect one fan to the other. You only connect a single fan by a cable, and these blocks do the rest to provide the additional fans that you connect to it with both the fan power and signal and the addressable RGB power and signal. So they're shaped a little bit differently, so you don't accidentally put the fan block on the ARGB side or vice versa. Let's maybe show up close. Can you show the blocks?
The what?
The connector blocks. And oh, don't break the fans.
Oh, no. Wait, what do you mean? These?
Can you connect the fans with the blocks? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So if you do it incorrectly, so let's say I'm going to do it like this, you'll see that it doesn't go in.
It automatically pushes out, basically. Yeah.
But if you do it like this, it automatically goes in. Oh, whoops. Sorry. So it automatically
snaps into place. Yeah. So that's how the connector blocks work. So there are a lot of magnets in these fans, both to connect the fans to each other, but also to connect the connector blocks in between fans. And that also makes it very sturdy when you have everything connected, because you have magnets both on the sides and in the frame itself. NRT says so reverse polarity magnets. Yeah, correct. Oh, welcome Skeets. Skeets says, I was on Tech Power Up, almost forgot about you guys. I'm glad you're still joining. And don't forget to participate in the giveaway, Skeets. I see you're watching on YouTube, so you can actually go back a little bit, or you can do that after the stream as well, if you want to see the earlier part of the live stream.
Oh, other side.
So here you see the fans interconnected. That is done cableless. That's of course about the interconnection. So you do still need a single cable to connect the fans to, in this case, the hub that comes included with the 3-pack of fans. If you get the 3-pack of fans, there's also a daisy chain cable included, and that is in case you want to connect one or more fans in an angle. So for example, if you have 3 fans in the top of your case and you want to have a single fan in the back, you don't have to connect that single fan separately with a fan cable, with an RGB cable. You can just interconnect it with the daisy chain cable to the other fans. And that way you can also connect it off of a single port of the hub actually. You can also do this even further. So you can have, for example, 3 fans at the top, 3 fans at the front. You can connect them with a single cable to the hub, and you can just interconnect them in a quarter with the daisy chain cable. And that's of course all done to minimize cable clutter and make it look nice and tidy within your build. So that's how the daisy chain connection works. And the daisy chain cable comes included in the 3-pack of fans. Then let's quickly talk about the bearings in the MPG Easy 120 ARGB fans, because they're fluid dynamic bearings, and they actually have an extra nut fixing structure, and this should also help to reduce noise levels and also enhance durability. It also comes with a copper tube for enhanced resistance to scaling as well. So it's actually quite a complex design, but this should help a lot with durability, noise levels, and make it a really high quality fan. It's also a multi-purpose fan, because you can actually use this as a case fan, but you can also use it as a radiator fan. For a radiator fan, static pressure is a very important aspect of a fan. So that's why you often see radiator fans that are quite different from case fans. Well, we actually made a design that makes it suitable for both of them. So you can put this on a radiator, still get excellent cooling performance. You can use it as a regular case fan and still get excellent performance as a regular case fan as well. So it does provide high static pressure as well. Today we will not be using it as a radiator fan. That's because we only have 3 of these fans available at this point, unfortunately. We will place them on the side of the case. Maybe in future builds, if I can arrange a couple of more, we can, for example, use them as a radiator fan as well. So it's definitely suitable for both of them. Skeet's asking, what's the life rating of those fans compared to ball bearing? That's a good question, actually. I don't know the exact rating. Maybe later on in my slides I have a specification table. Maybe that shows the life expectancy of these fans. But I don't know from top of my head. Then let's have a quick look at the fan hub, and this one specifically comes included in the 3-pack of fans. The hub is powered by a SATA power connector, and it can support a ton of fans, up to 18 of these fans in total, spread over 4 different ports. You can put a maximum up to 6 fans to a single port. So for example, if you have 3 in the front, 3 at the bottom, you can daisy chain them with the daisy chain cable and can all connect them to one port. The max total is 18, so you cannot occupy all 4 ports with 6, then you would get 25. I think that's a power limitation at a certain point you get, but you can definitely expand it with a lot of fans. Each of these ports also gives you separate channels. I will give you a little bit more information about that later, because you then can control it also separately. There are multiple ways to connect it to the motherboard sync. You can either do that with the exclusive JAF1 connector. That's a 7-pin connector, and on our latest MEG Z790 motherboard series you will already find this connector. If you don't have this connector available on your motherboard yet, you can also use the regular 4-pin PWM fan header, as well as the 3-pin addressable RGB header, so that's a 5-volt one, to get those signals separately. The JF1 connector is basically just a combined connector that combines addressable RGB with the PWM fan header. So it's included into a single connector.
Oh, this is interesting.
I see PP in YouTube chat has it very wrong because, as everyone knows, it's MSI #1. Let's talk a bit about the possibilities within the software if you connect it to this hub, because you can also connect this to your motherboard through USB. And you get some very nice options, because it will also pop up within Mystic Light inside MSI Center. And here you also see the different ports. You can, of course, connect all of them, so basically all your fans will do the same light effect or the same color or whatever. But you can also control those 4 ports separately. So for example, if you connect your front fans to port 1, the top fans to port 2, and the bottom fans to port 3, and the rear fan to port 4, then you can control all the zones separately. So you can do different effects on the different ports, you can do different colors on the different ports, or you can sync everything up if you want to. But you have a lot of options here, so in terms of flexibility for your fans. Skeets is asking, will this come as a standalone product or will it be bundled with motherboard? This is really a standalone product, so it will be sold in a 3-pack with the hub or as single fans. And today we're using one of the 3-packs with the hubs in this build. But this is really a standalone product. So the MPG Easy 120A RGB. It's also compatible with Cooling Wizard. Cooling Wizard is also a module within MSI Center, where you can, for example, set different presets, silent, balance, game mode, or you can set your own customized fan curve. So you have a lot of options for fan control in this as well, that you can use with the MPG Easy 120 RGB fans if they are connected to the hub. Quick overview again of these fans. So compatible with Mystic Light, it's addressable RGB as well, so it can do the nice rainbow effects and stuff. It uses the magnetic connector blocks that we've shown you before. The hub that comes with the 3-pack specifically offers 4 ports in total and can connect up to a maximum of 18 fans. So for example, if we would fill this case with all the fans, we still wouldn't reach that number. Daisy chain connection, so you can, for example, connect the front fans and the top fans, or the front fans and the bottom fans together with just a single cable. Balanced fan blades that are usable for both case fan use cases and radiator use cases, because they also have a high static pressure. It supports the JAF connector, so the new 7-pin connector that combines the 4-pin fan header with the 3-pin addressable RGB header, and it has the exclusive fluid dynamic bearings in there. Quick overview of the exact specifications. Let me see. No, there is no life expectancy in here. I'll try to get more information about that, Skeets, because I'm also curious how they compare to each other. Usually fluid dynamic bearing in terms of life expectancy is really good. Dual ball bearing is, by the way, also one of the more durable techniques. Sleeve bearing is usually not the best in terms of longevity, but sleeve bearing, of course, is a lot cheaper as well. And then let me quickly show you the different packs that are sold in. So as a 3-pack with a hub and as a single pack without the hub. Here you can also see all the accessories that you get with either the 3-pack or the single pack. So the single pack, if you just get a single fan, you can still connect it directly to the motherboard, for example, or you can daisy chain it to an existing 3-pack. So you don't specifically need the hub there. But with the 3-pack, you get that nice hub and also the control possibilities that it offers. These fans are definitely not the cheapest. Of course, that has to do with the whole feature set and accessories, etc. I know the 3-pack comes in at $109 for either the black or the white version. The single fans come in at $29, but that of course excludes the addressable RGB hub. So that's it for the MPG Easy 120 ARGB interconnectable fans. And then that was the whole theory class. Let's go back to the building. Mankit, how far are you?
Got the cooler ready. Then I need to put the GPU in and the fans, and I should be done.
Can you show the cooler so we can check if it's properly attached?
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I needed to think about where I should put the tubes. Didn't want to put it on the bottom because then it covers the screen, so I put it on the top.
Okay.
So now
actually, because it has a small screen on there, but in the MSI Center software, you can actually change the orientation of the screen. So it doesn't matter in which orientation Mankit puts it in this case, because that's something we can adjust in the software to make sure it's in the correct perspective.
So now I'm trying to make sure that I show the least amount of cables. So I'm trying to put the access cables behind the tubes so that it looks like it's together with the tubes. I would have done it maybe with a tie wrap or whatever, or like put it really in between here so you don't really see it. Because I really just like showing cables.
Especially in a case like this,
Yeah.
that is aimed at as few cables as possible. You need to make it look tidy.
So now I'm trying to put the cables behind the I/O shield here a little bit, but yeah. Okay, now I have to connect everything in the back.
So did you put the radiator fans as an intake or as an outtake?
I put it in the
as an outtake.
Most beautiful, most good-looking layout.
But that will mean the other fans will not go in the good-looking layout.
Well, I'm still going to put them that way.
You're going to have everything outtake?
Yeah.
Just to make it look pretty?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one way to do it. For cooling purposes, of course, I wouldn't advise so.
No.
But otherwise, indeed, you will be looking at the ventilator housing.
See.
So Mankit is going for looks today and not for cooling.
No.
I'm different on that. I always go for cooling over looks.
No, normally when I build a PC, yeah, I'm the same. But now, for the stream, I'm not gonna do that.
NRT is asking, do you do reverse flow fan kits? Not at this point separately, but actually our version of Project Zero cases. So for example, the Pano M100R. Can you maybe lift it up again, the micro-atx case?
Yeah.
Because that one actually, well, this is very intimate, Mankit. There are children watching, watch out. But these are actually reverse flow fans. So even if you do look at the pretty part there, you still use them as intake fans.
Great.
But it's maybe a good idea to also do those separately in the future. We will definitely take a look at that. But the Easy 120 ARGB, they are regular fans from that perspective, so no reverse flow. So basically they blow towards the fan housing.
How am I going to do this to make least cables?
Oh, Mankit, Cassette 7 agrees with you. Aesthetics over efficiency. Okay. So you have more people on your team.
No, it's only for today's stream.
Okay.
Normally I wouldn't
for
be
aesthetic
like that.
purposes.
Let's see. Wait, I need to daisy chain them. This is the fan header. Wait a minute.
Helder says that board would look good on the white version of the case. Yeah, at this point we only have this one in black. The Pano we do have available in both black and white. But never say never. Maybe we will also have a white model of this one in the future. But not at this point.
So normally I would use tie wraps here to clean everything up, but
Silent Shadow says, unfortunate green screen there for Monkit, putting his head in Mike's lap. But was it really unfortunate?
Okay.
At least it looked interesting. But we do need some age rating on this channel if it happens too often.
Wait a minute. So this one.
So Monkit,
Yeah.
what are you connecting currently?
I'm connecting the fans now of each on the radiator.
Ah, okay.
Because well, they were already bundled together, so it was really hard to put them in each hole so that you see less cables.
NRT says a hot pink version is needed. That would be nice. Silent Shadow says happy ending, question mark. PC building with
Hot
a happy
pink
ending.
yeah.
That's something new.
Let's see. Okay, so this is ready. Now I'm going to hook up the fans. Oh wait, of course. I need to put them on the screen. That all.
I have actually never used this cooler in that orientation. Can you show us how it looks? Can you turn it a bit? Okay, kind of works.
Does it look bad? Should I use a different orientation? I wanted to do like...
it's okay. You can use this. You can change the orientation of the screen anyway, so you can definitely do this. Personally, I've always used the orientation where the tubes come outside of the right side of the CPU block, basically. But you can do this for sure.
What I did like about installing the cooler, what I haven't seen for... Well, I haven't built a PC for a while. You can screw the top part, so you can screw the radiator in and then you pop it back in. If everybody knows what I mean. So, just like with the fans here on the side, you can remove.
Let me switch to the close-up so we can see a little bit better.
So you can remove this. So you can screw in everything first, and then you pop it back in. Which I'm not used to, but this is on both sides, so on the side and also on the back. So that makes cable management a little bit easier as well, so I can just pop, like screw it in like this, and then I can put it in the back, and it's...
In this orientation, by the way, you can also see the possibilities you have to place fans at the bottom. Today we're not doing that. We're also using the vertical GPU mount, then the benefit is a little bit more limited, but if you use a horizontal GPU mount, you can actually have a direct airflow from the bottom to your graphics card as well. So that's definitely an option in case you want that. Baris Forhin is asking, where can I see the Gleam winners? You cannot see it, but we call out the winners once we pick one. So we already had our first winner, Pandorian Grey, and soon we will pick a second winner.
Oh, right, of course. I'm going to show the nice side. So I have to put it like this.
Ah, you were almost going for the good airflow, but now you switch it to pretty looking. You almost joined my team.
Nope. Aesthetics over everything.
Skate says the case is actually huge. Yeah, it is big. It's especially quite wide. It's not the tallest case, definitely not. So for example, if you're familiar with our Prospect case, that one is definitely quite a bit taller. Also because the power supply is still underneath the motherboard. But in this case, it's behind the motherboard tray, so that makes the case a bit wider, but also a little bit shorter. So it's a bit more boxy in that perspective compared to what you will see on the cases like the Prospect.
Oh, right.
And most ATX cases for that matter as well.
Oh, wait.
What are you looking for?
Is this a GPU holder?
Yeah. But that's for horizontal installation, and you're going to do a vertical installation, so you can put that one aside. Maybe you can show it quickly in the close-up.
Looks like this.
So in case you use a big graphics card and you want to have some additional support for it, you can use that CPU stand. Anko Elias says, I like horizontal. Yeah, I think both look pretty good actually. It depends a bit on the graphics card you use as well. For example, the Supreme that we're using today also looks very nice horizontally because you have the nice illuminated Supreme logo. Some cards look a lot better mounted vertically. Sesco first says, did you just say the next winner there, Mike? No, I did not yet. But soon there will be another winner.
Oh, wait.
They're pushing it.
I think I forgot.
Monkey just casually leaving stream to grab something.
I think I forgot the screws for the fans, and you even warned me beforehand.
Yeah, you forgot them. I definitely did warn you about that.
No, I actually removed the box that it came in from the stream, but I have them right here.
Okay, good.
You warned me and warned me, but I didn't listen. Well, I did listen.
I didn't
but
expect anything else.
Hey.
Uncle Elias says the flexibility to do both is great, the horizontal and the vertical. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a nice feature. It also depends a bit on what else you want to use in your system. Because, for example, if you want to use multiple add-in cards, if you want to use capture cards or whatever, or maybe even sound cards or networking cards, what do people still use as add-in cards?
Sound card? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think some people still use sound cards. Some.
Yeah, because then, of course, you would need to use the horizontal mount, because the vertical mount with your GPU basically blocks the other PCI Express slots on your motherboard.
What's the case supposed to cost? $399, right?
$399 US, yeah.
Yeah, this case doesn't come cheap. Yeah, might as well just remove
No,
this.
so indeed, the Pano ones are the more affordable options.
Yeah.
And
But
this
then
is
again,
maxing out also in terms of materials.
I think the majority of our MEG products are not.
No, so basically from top to bottom, it's MEG is the highest end, then you have MPG, and then you have MAG. The Pano cases are MAG cases, so they're focused at being more affordable. But of course, the materials are not as premium as you will find on the Maestro, which is an MEG product. But at least then we have something for everyone in each segment.
You know, I'm actually surprised how well this is going. This is going better than I expected.
We haven't switched it on yet, Monkey. You cannot tell at this point.
I mean, the way it looks.
Maybe now you're saying, I'm surprised how well it is going, and then you try to switch it on and smoke comes out, or
Okay,
even flames.
aesthetically wise, I'm surprised how good it looks.
Cassette7 also says, just jinxed himself. Paglamir also, don't jinx it. Yeah.
No, you have to trust me, guys.
It's the biggest mistake you can make, jinxing it before you try switching it on.
No, you guys have to trust me.
So, chat, do you guys trust Monkey that it will work? I'm curious if they put their faith in you.
Let's see. So this is good.
In the meanwhile, shall we draw our next winner?
Yours.
I know some Sesco was already wondering when we would draw it. To participate in our giveaway, go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can also follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes. That will lead you to Gleam. Within Gleam, you can perform certain actions. The more actions you perform, the bigger chance you'll have to win. And if you're a returning visitor, make sure to claim your loyalty bonus to have a slight edge in the giveaway. Our next winner, Monkey, the honor is all yours.
Greg.
Greg, congratulations. You also won a game code for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. By the way, maybe there are more people named Greg. If you get an email with the game code, then you know that you are the Greg that won, before we get complaints from other Gregs. But at least there is one Greg that won a game code. So congrats, Greg.
Yes, we never mention your real name. We always mention your username on either On the streaming platform.
Yeah, all of a sudden everyone on Twitch is called Greg, I see.
My name is Greg. I'm Greg. Greg. Everywhere, Greg. Okay. Normally I would stick this, so the controller, I would stick it into a, well, the spot dedicated. I would make a dedicated spot for it, but right now, as we are going to,
Because there is actually an adhesive pad in there.
yeah, I can show that real quick. So we have this adhesive pad that you can stick on the back.
Yeah, it's like the 3M adhesive thing. You probably know it. It's very bright, yeah.
Yeah. And you can stick it to the back, and then you can, for example, I would maybe like stick it on the back of this.
You came very close again, Monkit. That was cozy.
Okay. But now I'm going to connect this.
Gigaram says, it's me, Gregoram. Abysmal Melody says, here a Greg, there a Greg. Everyone's called Greg today.
Okay. And you told me I needed to connect this one to a 3-pin header. So this is a 4. Okay, not this way.
Yeah, so you need to connect the cable that allows you to connect it to the fan header and the addressable RGB header. And then you need the USB cable that goes on the USB header for the MSI center support.
Wait, let's see. The JRGB header is, I think, on the top.
There are two. There's one on the top of the motherboard and one on the bottom.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah,
okay,
the motherboard
well,
is two.
can I... Wait, this is not 3. Oh, this is the 3-pin. I'm not sure I can fit my hand between it. Nope. I'll just use the one at the top. So much for cable management. And this is the fan header, so I need another fan header. Yeah, I'll just use the system fan header.
If you plugged it in, can you maybe turn it a bit so we can show what you
Oh
will
no!
plug in there? You made it very fancy, right?
I did until I had to connect the...
This is the problem you get when you give Monkit 90 millimeters of clearance for cable management. He just stuffs everything in there,
okay,
and he's
guys,
like, I'm going to close that
No,
anyway.
wait, guys, look. look. Just... So, these cables, I've kind of managed it already. I would have...
You call this cable management?
This is how I did it with my mini-itx case. And then I would use a cable tie to actually make it one whole thing. But add this...
It kind of looks like a roller coaster.
And add this, and then suddenly... yeah. Suddenly you have a lot of...
You're very lucky that you don't see this from the front of the case.
Okay, so this part is done. So
So actually Project Zero is perfect for you because you basically don't have to manage as much.
So
You just stuff it in.
So that's finished. Oh wait, I still have one more fan on for in the back. I forgot because we want the more aesthetics. So this one would go here. Normally I would, yeah, okay, this one.
So you're really going for the everything outtake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where are my screws? No, this one.
Sayed says he's not a fisherman. He sure isn't.
I'm not a fisherman. Why?
With your cable management.
Oh. Wait.
Skeet says it looks like a rat's nest.
Hey, it's okay. You only look at it from the front, right? Oh, I should have.
I still get the benefit of the doubt. We will judge you when it's finished.
I should have put this in the front. No, I should have done it beforehand. This one.
Skeet says my kid would struggle with a case with all glass side panels. Oh, that would be his nightmare. Gigaram has a case with 20 fans and 2 cables coming off each fan. Oh boy. That's difficult to manage, Gigaram.
I think I have 12 fans as well at home.
So many fans.
Yeah, I can't help it.
You have a fan club. Let me think. I have a 92mm fan on my radiator. I have
this
a
way.
92mm fan in the bottom of my case. And that's it. And of course I have a fan in my power supply, also 92mm. And I have a small fan on my motherboard.
Somebody gets it. Never cable manage the backside. That's where you have panels. Exactly. I should have done this from the start.
Uncle Elias says 92mm. What year did you build your PC? Oof. When was the AMD 5000 series launched? I have a 5600X. When that launched, I built it. It's not that old. I just have a very small case. I don't have space for 120mm.
Oh my, yeah. Okay, you know
92 is the biggest it will fit. I also use a 92mm all-in-one liquid cooler. So my radiator is 92mm. Richard is asking, mini-itx case? Yes. Very small one, 7 liters. The story ends knows, yeah, it's a Den A4. Correct.
Man, now my biggest problem is putting this cable in the back.
You can do it, my kid. We believe.
The thing is, I can't really see.
Skeets is asking, where did you get a 92mm radiator? It's actually an all-in-one liquid cooler that e-atx specifically designed to fit in the Den A4 case. e-atx is, by the way, the same OEM that also made the S360 that we're using today. And also our K-series, for example, are made by e-atx. Actually, in the past, we did a live stream with them as well. If you search for it on YouTube, I'm sure you can find it. Together with e-atx.
Man, this hole is so small.
Okay, GigaRAM is 16 fans.
Oh.
With 2 480mm radiators, 2 140mm fans at the top, and 2 120mm at the back. That's a lot. That's a lot of cooling in general, GigaRAM.
Oh man, but if I do it like this is ugly.
Okay, you have to make it pretty. It's a showcase after all.
That's the thing. If I put
You
it
said you would go for aesthetics over everything, so you can prove it now.
That's the thing. If I put... Okay, so the easiest way to get this cable to the back is through the middle hole, because there are barely any cables here in the middle. But the one that I want to put it in is all the way in the back, and that hole is really small.
Put it in a small hole, my kid. You can do it.
Come on, I can do it. I'm Asian. Come on. I wish I had like a tweezer that I can just like...
The story ends says completed build should be offered as a competition prize. I wish I could. I wish. But I actually borrowed a lot of these samples as well, so I have to give them back eventually. And the case, if we have some people here from Europe, our team from Benelux requested us if they could use the case at TwitchCon Europe this year. So in case people are going to TwitchCon Europe, you can maybe see it there. I still have to say yes or no to her, but I think I will say yes. That one will be last weekend of June, and Rotterdam will be...
Yeah, the 30th of June.
Yeah, will be TwitchCon Europe.
Man, this is gonna take ages. You know what? I'm just gonna pull the CPU cable off.
Yeah, my build streams do take a lot shorter than yours. But then again, I don't go for aesthetics.
Oh my god.
Skeet says, I thought Project Zero made building easier. Yeah, I would also expect so. I don't know why my kid is currently still struggling.
Well, that's because I want the cable.
He has like one cable from the fan and he struggles with it.
That's because I want all the cables through one certain hole. And I should have done it beforehand.
You know that at the end of the stream you still need some time to wipe all those fingerprints off, right?
Oh man. Okay, the hole is bigger. Here we go.
Next time I'll bring a bucket of popcorn when you're building a PC.
Come on, go in.
APK says we need to cheer Mankid Lee, please. What are you screwing currently? Oh
I'm
wait,
not
we
screwing
can.
anything.
We can see it. There we go.
Ugh, come on, go in. Oh my god.
What are you currently struggling with?
The header for the RGB. I need to put it in this hole, but
So basically you built it in the wrong order and now you cannot reach it anymore.
yeah, exactly. Unless
So
I'm
chat, in case you're gonna build, if you wanna place a rear fan that's not there yet, place it first before you put in all the other components.
Maybe you should call this stream how to not build a PC.
At least everyone in chat can learn from your mistakes, so that's good.
I think I found a different hole.
You did?
Yes, I found a different hole.
Don't tell your girlfriend.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you did it?
Yeah, I found a different hole, the one next to the radiator. Should have thought of that one first. Yay. Oh.
Yeah, you made it. Oh, and then you still have to screw the fan in. I thought you already did that.
Nope. But now you don't see the cable anymore, which is a good thing. Okay, stay put, stay put, stay put. Okay, no, it doesn't stay put.
You have to. Oh, those are the screws for the fan?
No, these are the screws of this one.
Ah, okay.
But don't worry, I'll sort it out afterwards. Different screwdriver.
Zemo is asking how many PCs were done in this stream.
One.
Well, at this pace, yeah. NRT already answered 75% of one.
Wait, what time
I think
is it?
at the end of this stream, it will be 80% of one.
Wait, where did the screw go? Huh?
You lost the screw?
I was just holding it. Oh well.
Oh, we found our new Ja chat. Maybe some of our regulars still remember Ja, one of our previous colleagues, and he always lost screws during the live stream.
No, wait. It's not like I lost it. It's just.
It disappeared all of a sudden.
I did lose it, but. Okay, what would be nice if these screws were black? So if you have black screws, that would be better.
Skeets and Gigaram remember.
No, they should be here somewhere.
Somewhere. But
Yeah.
where?
I don't know. Okay.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Need to make sure that I don't scratch this case either. Wait, where is it? Okay, whatever. I'll find it after the stream. Okay, almost done, guys. Last cables.
NRT says there is a void in the studio full of lost screws. It should be for sure now.
Everybody will be like, I find the lost screws. Oh, okay, this one has to go to the bottom. Okay, I did not think this through. Okay, cable go in. Okay, 3-pin header here. Oh man.
What are you connecting now?
The
Addressable RGB.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I really have to use the bottom one that I can't reach.
Fijo says disassemble and start again.
Wait, maybe I can push it down with the screwdriver.
Uh-oh. Don't break it.
I won't break it.
This is why I'm always scared if Eric touches my motherboard samples, because you know how Eric unplugs his graphics card?
Yeah.
You have the lid that you you need to push in order to get the graphics card out, and he uses a screwdriver for that. And I'm always so scared for my motherboards, because if you slip off, you just stab the motherboard. I absolutely hate it when Eric does that. So that's why he cannot touch my motherboard samples.
Okay.
Neo Linkster says, I spent 2 hours the other day looking for a short enough screw in my cousin's PC when upgrading his motherboard, just because I know what that can do to a PC. Yeah, if you drop it in your power supply, make sure you get it out of there before you switch it on. It can definitely do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Don't drop screws in power supplies.
Okay. This is done. Wait, then maybe it's better if I use the addressable RGB cable here, huh?
Oh, Skeets almost killed a GPU using a screwdriver.
All right.
Oof, that's also an expensive one.
Screw it. You're not gonna see the back anyways.
Zima says, I always do the screwdriver thing. Hasn't damaged anything yet. You're lucky.
Okay.
Still, I wouldn't recommend using a screwdriver. If you slip off.
What am I missing?
What are you missing?
Wait, this is the daisy chain that... Huh?
The daisy chain for what? For the fan.
Yeah, but I daisy chained it with something else though. What
But you don't need to daisy chain it now, because you have all the fans in one position, so you just have the connector blocks. Do you have the connection from the fans to the hub? That's important.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But this one was for the water cooling.
Oh, it's
Okay.
not for the fans.
No.
What is daisy chaining about it then? Is it just a splitter cable to combine two
Yeah.
into one? Ah, okay.
I think I might have just connected each one
So
to
chat,
one.
what do you guys think? Will the system boot up when it's done?
Yeah, I want to know. Too bad we can't hold a poll. I want to know who has faith in me and who doesn't.
Okay, APK and Sesko both say yes, they think it works. VroGD says no.
What? There's somebody that already says no?
Zima also says no.
What? Hey guys, come on.
Gigaram says yeah. Skeet says maybe the RGB might blow up.
Oh, come on, guys.
Zima says do a poll. That's a bit difficult because we stream on different platforms. That's why you should just drop it
Come
in
on,
chat.
guys, have some faith.
Tommy
in me.
also thinks no. By the way, booting up needs to be at the first try, Monkit. So without quick fixes.
Yeah.
Will it boot up the first try or not?
What if I didn't turn on the PSU? Does that still count as?
Hardly Worgen says boot or post? That's a good question. I think it should boot. Post is still, Like boot to Windows, yes or no?
Okay, guys, I'm not really familiar how.
Oh, Kenneth believes. Kenneth says, yes, you got this.
Okay, I'm not sure how vertical mounting works. Should I have already mounted the GPU first?
Okay, chat. Monkey just mentioned he doesn't know for sure how vertical mounting works. Do you want to revise your earlier vote? For the yes voters, do you still think yes?
Huh, interesting. Oh, wait. Okay. Huh. Wait, first this.
Roberto has a good point in YouTube chat. He got smart glasses, he won't let me down.
No, my problem right now is I can't get the side parts out to mount the GPU. I wonder if I should have done this beforehand or not. Maybe someone that has experience.
What are you struggling with, sorry?
So you know I have to put these here on the side.
We cannot see around the corner. Can you turn it a little bit?
So I'm trying to put the GPU
Yeah.
that like to mount it vertically,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't really reach the screws here because there's like a big ass thing here. So now I'm wondering, should I have done it from the start?
Are you sure you cannot reach it?
Well, unless I had like a screw that bends 90 degrees, no.
What is in your way?
Where the back fan is.
Okay, okay.
That's the thing. I tried to take the panel out, but it's somehow stuck to the back.
Is it screwed somewhere? Because you can indeed take the panel out.
I think it's screwed somewhere. Look. Because I already unscrewed the side, the thumb screws, but can't really pull it out.
Where are you still attached to?
Is it attached to something?
Hussein is saying, do you need help? It's usually much more fun to just let Monkit swim for a bit and let him struggle and see if he can figure it out. I just miss out on the popcorn.
I need a 90 degree screw.
NRT said, by the way, I'm reserving judgment. If there is no smoke, it's a win.
The manual is your friend. That's the thing. We have this
is
sample
an
does
engineering
not have
sample,
a
an early
manual.
sample. We don't get manuals.
We're supposed to
We
find
just
out
struggle.
ourselves how
Yeah.
this thing works.
By the way, if you would buy it in the store, of course, guys, you would get a manual. Monkit doesn't have that luxury because we get the early samples.
Okay, I managed to get one screw. That's
Tom says the
something.
struggle is real. So is the entertainment.
Okay, this is one screw. Oh my god.
You got one.
Because I could do it like diagonally, but I'm not sure if I can do the others. Because I don't want to damage this case as well, so...
You shouldn't. Especially if we still want to have this on display at
See?
TwitchCon.
This is one. Okay, I need a shorter one. Okay, I need something shorter.
So Monkit, in your case, you clearly have horizontal GPU mount.
Yeah. No, you do. No, but also in this one, if you just remove this part, you can already vertically
By the way,
mount
in
it.
your mini-itx, you also have a vertical mount for sure.
Yeah, but that one is different. That one is, I didn't even need to do any screwing.
Oh, so that was a lazy version.
That one was
But that one is
easy.
not switchable. You don't have the option.
No. But that one was so easy.
Skeet says there is a reason screwdrivers come in different sizes. Fair point.
Come on, twist.
You can do it, Monkit, we believe.
Oh my god. Man.
Before we started the stream, I asked Monkit, do you want to practice building the PC? I was like, nah.
No, I said nah because I want everything to be spontaneous, but then I didn't expect this to happen.
Spontaneous struggling. Love it.
Because I think this is more fun for the viewers to see than everything going like perfectly.
Skeet says Eric has competition.
Oh man.
Oh, I love the mini-itx build with Eric. Eric gets so annoyed when the cases are small because it's more difficult to build in.
I also don't have a bigger screw head on this one. Do I? Oh, this one is bigger, I think. Trust. I'll get it to work. Wait, how much time do I have left? What time is it?
And no pressure, but it's
Oh.
almost 2 hours in. Okay, chat, I hope you don't have any appointments later today. I'm still good, Monkit. Just a bit hungry, but other than that.
Man, I can't get this screw out.
Gigaram says they should do a build-up. You mean Eric versus Monkit? That would be enjoyable for sure. Can I join as well? That's like taking candy from a baby, doing a build-up against those two.
No, I can't get the screw out. Why is it so... It's like screwing in so tightly. What the...
You can do it, Monkit. We believe. Harley Morgan says still better than Verge. Yeah, I remember that video. That was just painful to watch. Like, this is quite enjoyable to watch. Because at least when Monkit does something stupid, like the cooling layout in this case, he is aware and he does it on purpose. But the guy on the verge had no idea. McKellen says, all the fans are exhaust, no intake. That's exactly what I meant with doing something stupid. Because I would have turned the fans at the side.
Can you help?
Yeah, you need help?
Yeah, I really can't get this screw out.
No, I don't need practice building this PC.
No, because this is more fun, right? This one, I can't get it out. It's like stuck, so...
I would probably have taken this out beforehand.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like I said, I've never vertically mounted a GPU before. Okay, he's using a lot of force, which I was afraid to do.
You need to train more, Monkit.
No,
From here on, you can do it again, right?
No, last one. Wait, you see? Okay.
Okay, that's two. Can take this out.
Yeah. You know, guys, I'm afraid of breaking this. This is not my sample, so I don't have an excuse.
I think from here on you can do it again, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Popeye, eat your heart out. APK says teamwork is
Wait,
dreamwork.
where is Nikhil's anti-static band?
I'm a very static
It's
person.
okay if you break it.
So I just broke
MSI
everything.
will buy it. No, I think I have to buy it, but then I have a broken case. Okay, let's fit this baby. Holy sh! This thing is heavy. Oh my god. Does it even fit?
We'll find out now. But yes, it will.
Holy! This GPU might be
From
too
one
big.
struggle into another.
Oh no.
You can do it, Monkit.
Okay. Ugh.
Actually, it can fit. It can fit graphics card with up to 3 brackets, but the thickness can go beyond that. So you can still fit like a 4-slot card in there, in terms of thickness. APK says we need to see. That's a good point, Monkit. You need to turn a little bit so we can see the struggle.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it like this. And then do it from the front, but
Yeah, that's good.
oh,
There we go.
this thing is huge. Okay. Wait. Okay.
Skeet says, are you sure Monkit has built a PC before? We can check with Monkit. Monkit, have you?
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah. But these cases are huge, and this GPU is huge. I'm used to small things. And I realized I should have, holy, I don't think this fits, this GPU.
I think it does, but did you position the riser correctly?
No, I seriously think this one doesn't fit. Wait, can I screw it a little bit forward?
How do you mean screw it forward?
So like, shift it a little bit to the front? Do you know if that's possible?
I haven't tried this case personally, but I think you can move the riser cable a bit, yes?
Okay, you know what? Then I'm just gonna stand back here because... Oh.
But you need to check if your riser is in the correct position in relation to the slots.
Yeah, it is in the right position, but because there's no other way. Maybe if maybe I can do it the other. No, because this is you can only do it in one.
Hey Monkit, out of curiosity, do you regret not practicing your build?
No.
Okay.
I
That's
still,
good. At least you own it.
I still like how I'm doing it, but so that's the thing. So guys, if you look correct, like if you look at the riser cable, there's only one orientation. There's no other way to do it. Because otherwise this cable would not go in the PCIe slot. I'm actually thinking that this graphics card might be a little bit too big.
I think this is a 4-slot card, right? That should fit.
No, I seriously think this does not fit.
Then grab a smaller one. Do we have a smaller one laying around?
Yeah, the riser is aligned to the first slot. Look, if you come here and you try to put it in, I'm pretty sure you can't put it in either.
Yeah, but do you have the riser cable in the correct position?
Yeah, there's no other position, because if you twist it, you can't put this in here.
Okay, but you can also not put it backwards.
I don't think so.
Let me see if this aligns. It does not. Your riser cable is way too much here.
Yeah, but there's only one square to put it in.
And you cannot position this down. I think you can. But I'm pretty sure you need to reposition your riser cable. Because now you have it at the second bracket. And you use a 3-bracket card, so you need all 3 of them.
Huh?
So you need to find a way to get...
Guys, this stream might take 3 hours.
Ah, we have time.
Maybe this is it.
Mayakin says nothing a little Dremel can fix. I'm not letting Monkit anywhere near this sample with the Dremel.
Oh, so this is how this thing comes.
Skeet says this is good, I'm going to get a beer. Oh, I regret not bringing a beer.
Oh, Michiel, I found out how you can move this forward.
Oh, you did? Good job, Monkit.
But I'm not sure this is the way to... Because then... Is this the way to do it? No, I don't think so.
I am not going to read out Electro Dicer's suggestion. I don't want Monkit to try that. Hello, the MD Gamer. Yes, Monkit is building a PC today, and it's all going very easy. He perfectly prepared this, so no issues at all.
See, this is why I don't like vertical mounting.
Why not?
Like, okay, I can move it forward, but where?
Lee Watt says, time to put in a GT 710. That would fit for sure.
When I'm sitting down, you know it's serious.
Oh, it's really getting serious. But you're able to move it now.
Yeah, but there's no hole to secure it like a little bit more in the front. Oh, wait. This is assemble and connect the VG and then fix.
Okay. I saw some movement.
No, it's already moving. I mean, I can now push it like all the way to the front.
Okay. But you need to have it to the back.
But I need a way to secure it, and there's no way to secure it.
But now you're moving the riser cable with the whole bracket.
Yeah.
You need to move it inside the bracket. Because you need to align the slot with the first bracket of the vertical mount. Now your slot aligns with the second slot. And that's why you struggle, because you have a 3-bracket card. So you need all 3 of them.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, Rurutu also says on Twitch chat, you need to move it in. That's indeed exactly what you should do. Basically, you need to move it more towards the motherboard. So you provide yourself with an extra slot. Mr. Finger says, too many chefs in the kitchen. I'm not the chef today, Monkit is the chef. I'm just a visitor having dinner.
Okay. Can I just? Oh wait, okay, I can.
Monkit watching this is like when a kid sees a puzzle for the first time and is like, how do I solve this? I love it.
Let's see. So I can remove this part.
Yeah, that's correct, hardly working. If you're not doing a vertical GPU mount, you don't struggle with what Mankit is currently struggling with. This is specifically the vertical mount. Horizontal one is just you stick it in, that's it. But if you do the vertical mount, you need to position the riser cable correctly. And for example, if you use a graphics card that only uses 2 slots, or 2 brackets I should say, then it's no problem if you skip one and then put it in, because you have the space for that. But because this is a 4090, you need all 3 of those brackets. So you need to position your riser cable to the first slot, so you can use all 3 of them.
I'm regretting this so much. Now I do regret it. Oh my god.
Yeah, now you do?
No, I regret saying yes.
Earlier you said you didn't.
No, I'm regretting saying yes to vertical mounting.
You didn't have an option because this sample only came with
no,
the
no,
vertical.
you can. You can. You can horizontally mount it with the sample, because now that I've removed the vertical mount, I can just add the.
Can you show us?
Okay.
Because we cannot see it currently.
So, when you remove the vertical mount, you get the holes here.
Ah, yeah.
And then
okay, yeah.
with the package,
that makes
you get
sense,
all of these that you can screw it in. Maybe we should just do that and skip the vertical mounting.
Chad, what do you think? I kind of prefer to see you struggle a bit more with the vertical mount.
Guys, do you want to see a working PC or what?
Do you want to see the easy cheat way horizontal mount, or can Mankit continue with the vertical mount? I'm on team vertical mount for sure.
Do it for 20 minutes. Oh, come on, man! I need to go home.
Oh, we can put a timer to put some more pressure.
Okay,
on
okay.
Mankit.
People saying that this is painful to watch. Okay, 1 viewer is enough.
Conservative also, liberalism also says TwitchCon demands vertical.
Oh my god.
Oh, everyone says vertical, the hard way. Lee Watt says this is a test you can't fail. Very true. Skeet says don't cheap out now. You see, everyone is on team vertical, my kid. Zipper says let him suffer.
Is there like a tool that I can use here? Guys, this is painful to watch.
No, it's quite enjoyable actually. You do have some support as well. Hardly Morgan says, I'm on team, let the men go home. We're just helping him to avoid traffic.
Okay, so there are these standoffs that I have to put into the next slot, but I have nothing to remove it with.
What do you need? What are you looking for?
Something strong so I can twist these standoffs.
Your fingers.
Yeah, my fingers are. Yeah, I don't think we have pliers here. Do we have pliers there in the box?
No, I don't think so. In the box?
I think we do, right?
No.
When can we expect a PC speed building? Hey, if I can get a.
I doubt if this will do the job.
If I can get a normal case and not this.
No, only
tank?
cutting one. This is all we have here, but don't break it.
Oh no.
And I think these are not what you're looking for.
These are not what I'm looking for. Oh well, actually this one might be.
Don't break it. You will disappoint everyone at TwitchCon Europe if you break it now.
No, I don't trust myself.
Don't break it.
I know.
Hussein says, guys, let's help him. He will be fired.
You know what? Sorry guys, I'm just gonna use horizontal
Oh,
mounting.
you're gonna chicken out?
Yeah, I'm chickening out.
Oh, that's such a pity.
This is. I'm already never going to do vertical mounting at home. This already turns me off in going vertical mount.
So now you're blaming it on not having the right tools.
Yeah.
Explosive Cat says don't be a quitter. Yes, it's easier, but then you do have to close all the other slots to make it look pretty. The story ends as vertical mount traumatized for life. I actually kind of enjoy vertical mount. I did the vertical mount in the white PC build. It's actually just standing right next to me there. Looks quite pretty, I think. But indeed, you need to position the riser cable correctly. Harley Morgan says, was it the PCIe riser cable? No, it's basically you need to attach the riser cable to the bracket. Maybe you can show, Manke, what you struggled with. Can you show it in the close-up?
Yeah. So, so this is the bracket that you have. Oh, yeah, here. So I'm supposed to put these standoffs here. So that was the problem. But I don't have any pliers to do that.
Yeah, he needs to reposition them. But he didn't go to the gym enough, so it doesn't work.
Oh, that's the problem. Mm-hmm.
So it's the horizontal one. Let me see if I have anything here. I doubt it, though. We should get more tools in the studio.
Yep.
That would be kind of helpful.
But yeah, I'm already traumatized with no, I tried that, but it was still too it was still
yeah,
too
it's too
big.
tight by default, I think.
Yeah. And the thing is, we have to reuse this case. So.
Yeah, so you cannot demolish it, for sure.
Yep.
Harley Warren says, I was asking about the cable going from the GPU slot on the motherboard to the GPU slot on the riser. That is the riser, basically. So the riser is basically a slot on itself on a separate small PCB. But you need to position that correctly on the metal bracket. And Monkey doesn't have the right tools to move those a bit, so that's what I struggled with. But no, why would you practice, Monkey? That would have solved this issue.
I think people are enjoying the fact that I failed.
Harley Warren says that's not what I was asking. What are you asking exactly? That I was asking about the cable going from the GPU slot on the mount to the GPU slot on the riser.
All right, we're finished.
Oh, what PCIe gen the cable is? That's PCI Express 4.0. So it's 4.0 times 16.
Okay.
Sorry, I totally missed that you were talking about the generation. But it's 4.0. My apologies.
Okay, so who thinks this is going to work?
Hey, it should work in the pussy version, right?
All right. Case closed.
Are you sure you want to close it before you test it?
Yeah.
Skull says take cover, chat.
I'm confident in my work. Oh, this thing is heavy with everything inside now. Oh.
It's not that you use the most entry-level components, no.
Oh.
It's the 4090 by itself is heavy, especially the Supreme. McKellen says 50-50. Come on,
50,
McKellen,
50?
pick a side. Pick a side.
Okay, so guys, pick a
yes
side.
or no?
Do you guys think this is going
Black or
to
white?
work or not? Okay.
GigaRam says it looks so good. Yeah, apart from the fingerprints, I do agree that it looks good. But he needs to clean it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Wait.
The story end says no, Tommy says no, GigaRam says yes, Skull says no.
Whoa, there's so many people saying no.
They just saw your struggle. They lost faith.
Come on, guys. Come
Naruto
on.
says 75% chance to post. Yeah, but we're not going for the post. We're going for the full Windows boot.
Yeah, we're going for the full boot.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm also gonna clean it a little bit.
So if it doesn't boot, then my kit gets the boot.
Okay.
Abysmal Melody says, I believe. Okay. Already cleaning it up before he knows if it works or not.
That's because I have faith, guys.
Okay, that's good. I'm not sure if you're actually making it any cleaner at this point. But Gigaram likes your cleaning efforts. Gigaram says the fingerprints are triggering my OCD. You need the middle top of the panel is still, yeah, there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wipe it properly there. There you go.
Is it clean?
Oh, that's a good suggestion, G-Code. Use the GPU support because now you went with the horizontal mount.
Oh come on, man! I'm not gonna open that thing again.
Okay, I think my kit is done with it. No GPU support.
Okay, wait. Okay, the moment of truth. Oh wait, I need to hook up a monitor first.
It looks
see.
interesting with the green screen. This is a better view.
Oh, different one. Let's see.
The card is also reinforced. That should be okay. Unless you really put it in transport with bumps and stuff, then of course it would become an issue. But just standing here, it should be fine. Harley Worgan says, I hope the top fans are exhausting. That's what I also hoped, but my kit decided to go with aesthetics over airflow.
Yep.
His choice, not mine. Then plugs it in and flames.
Okay.
Syed says, I hope they're paying him overtime. This will take a while. Pay my kit overtime. I have to wait for this. I should get the overtime.
Okay, everything's connected.
Oh, and then you destroyed the camera. I love this.
What the?
Maybe your PC works, but the camera doesn't anymore. Okay, I'll try to fix that in between. I think at the moment you plugged something in, the camera dropped. That was classic. Okay, we're back.
All right. Do I have everything? Yeah.
Yeah, are you gonna switch it on?
Yeah, boy, it worked.
Are you sure it does?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back.
See? Yes.
But is it actually booting?
Not sure.
I don't see anything booting just yet.
Hey, it turned on. Wait a minute. I have to turn on my screen.
We said Windows boot, not post.
Yeah, see? I got a boot.
We
It
still don't
says
see
CPU
anything.
or memory changed.
We still don't
Yes.
see anything.
Oh, yes.
You have to prove it to chat by showing it on the capture, of
Okay,
course.
wait. I don't think it's showing capture yet because...
It actually does look quite fancy. I have to
See,
admit.
guys, I do not disappoint.
I also have to admit that even though your cooling layout is shit, it does look good. NRT says, is the RGB on the radiator fans working?
There's no RGB.
No, it's the S360. That one has black fans.
No, it says getting devices ready.
Okay.
Just wait a little moment.
Okay, we'll wait.
See?
We're not in Windows yet.
Okay.
We're still getting ready. Oh, when it's gonna go.
No. This is the GPU. I plugged in the mouse and keyboard into the motherboard.
No, you plug the monitor into the graphics card.
Yes! Wait.
Anke Elias has a good point. Vertical would have been sweeter.
There we go.
Okay, it does work. Okay.
It works. See, guys? I got it.
Okay, now let's boot up a game and see if it crashes or not.
Okay. Okay.
Hussein says task failed successfully.
See what there's a viewer from YouTube that said that he remembers your video where you broke the.
The tempered glass. Oh yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about that earlier because Monkit actually managed to break a tempered glass panel
At
from
home.
his case
Well,
accidentally.
Not once, but 3 times.
So it took, well, as you FGX, as you remember, it took me quite a while to actually break it, but Monkit just managed to do that by accident. Hartley Worgen says, forget Crisis, can it run Doom? I don't know what's installed, because we actually took one of the SSDs that Lucas, our intern, used for one of his builds. So I'm not sure.
Wait, I need to install drivers.
What do you mean? There was an NVIDIA card in that already. There are NVIDIA drivers on it.
No.
There was a 4070 in there. I'm sure there are NVIDIA drivers on it.
I don't want to log in. Wasn't there an option to not log in?
Alt F4.
Okay, I have internet. Okay, let's see. Steam. Yeah, but we're not going to use this computer for...
I think you have like
Oh, wow.
3D Mark or something as well.
Oh, see, we have...
F1, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I finally gave in, says, doing another giveaway today. Yes. Before we end the stream, we will have another winner for today.
Hey guys, it's working.
Okay, let's run a benchmark and see if we can get some smoke out of it.
Do you start it here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, max it out. There's a 4090 in there. Crank it up.
Where do I crank it up? Oh, no. Okay, 4.
Yeah, make it work. Give it that performance penalty. Switch VSync off, please. Yes.
Yeah. Are there? Oh wait, here graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, highest. Off.
Yeah, all good.
Okay.
As demanding as it gets.
I think this is everything. What? No. This is it, right?
I think so. Let's run it.
Normal? Oh, high. Okay, wait.
Oh, we can. Pure hair doesn't
High.
go high.
Ray trace shadow quality, ultra.
Of course.
16.
Make it work.
Ultra. Run.
Skeet says 4K. Unfortunately, it's only a 4040p screen.
If it crashes, I'm sorry, guys.
Quickly peeking. Do we see any smoke yet? No, not yet. Not yet. FTX Raven says still didn't finish Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Well, this is a good sign to start again.
No, I heard a click when I pushed in the 4090 cable.
It actually seems to work.
I know what I'm doing, just not vertically. Oh no. Vertical mounting is just not my thing.
I have to admit, it also looks pretty good with the horizontal mount.
Yeah.
You hey, your your screen is upside down, the orientation. You
Oh.
haven't fixed it in MSI Center.
That's fine. It's supposed to work. That's all it's about.
Okay. Okay, runs fine, runs fine.
Yeah.
You even get decent FPS at these settings.
Shame on the guys that or girls that did not expect it to work. Shame on you. I'll remember this.
Yeah, you remember every single name who doubted you?
Actually I don't, but I know there were some people that doubted
Just
me.
say yes.
Yes.
Rurutu says 60% of the time works every time.
Next stream vertically mounted.
Yeah, then that will be a 24-hour stream, I guess. Okay. This is with ray tracing at max.
Yeah.
It's pretty fast too.
No, it's a 4090. Oh, we should have shown the stats. Oh well. Next stream, I will be building it upside down, hanging from the ceiling.
FGX Raven says, how are the temperatures? I don't see any flames at this point.
Do I have to install it? Oh man.
Oh, you haven't, there was no HW info installed?
I don't think so. No, you have to install it. No, this is not 4K because the screen is not 4K.
No, it's 1440p indeed.
But do you get the temperatures after the benchmark? You should, right, or not?
No, not the temperatures, just performance.
Eyes blindfold build for dominance. You know, that's what Eric asked me to do, to build this blindfolded.
By the way, my kid, if you lean over the build, then you're in the correct orientation to read on the CPU cooler what your CPU temperature is. Because you put it upside down. Yeah, so if you go there upside down, then you should properly be able to read it. Go Australia mode.
No, that's RPM.
No, it cycles through, I think.
No, that's pump fan RPM.
It doesn't cycle through.
Oh, 65, 54, 56,
Okay.
59.
So like 55 to 60.
Okay.
See guys, perfect.
And you even alt tab during the...
Yep.
Okay. The performance test you passed. But you didn't pass for the vertical mount test.
Nope. But yeah, this is what it looks like, guys. Amazing, right? Okay, I don't want to put my hand.
I do agree, it does look good.
Yeah.
Oh, now you look like a criminal. Yeah, that's better. Are you happy with your build, my kid?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Even though it is a horizontal mount.
I prefer horizontal anyways.
Hey, you didn't fill up the hole in the back of the case.
Yeah, I was too lazy.
Yeah, I can see that.
When will we do it again? Maybe when we build a mini-itx.
Or we still need to do a build with the ATX Pano. Ooh, I think we can do a vertical mount there.
It should be a little bit easier, I hope. I'm gonna take a smaller card then. Not the
Oh, that's
49.
cheating.
No,
You need to
it's just a
vertical mount a
smaller one.
4090 in there.
I don't feel any air. Okay, wait. No, but look at the CPU temp is still decent. Like I think 55 to 60 is pretty good for i7.
Yeah, because you have 7 outtake fans and you basically have a hole underneath where it can draw air in.
Even with the shitty airflow, it's still cooling pretty well. So the aesthetics works.
Okay, before we close it off, maybe you can tell a little bit about next week's topic, then I will draw our next winner for today.
Yeah. So next week we're going to explore our MSI notebook lineup. We have multiple multiple lineups. So some of them are focused on work, some are focused on productivity, some of them are focused on gaming, and we're trying to we'll try to show you as many laptops as we can because of course we have a limited supply of samples for laptops. So we'll see what we can do, but you better tune in because there's a lot of them. But I don't know which ones yet. But yeah,
There should be quite a few for sure.
I think we had like 8 or more.
Okay. I have our last winner for the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora giveaway, and Mankit, the honor is all yours.
Vertigo with an H.
So Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Congratulations! You also won a
Congratulations.
game code for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Congrats again to the other winners as well, Pandorian Grey and Greg. At least one of all the 100 Gregs we have in chat today.
Wait, people actually noticed see, if you didn't tell anyone about the hole, nobody would have noticed it, I think.
I did.
But it gives some, I feel some nice airflow from here.
So to the winners, please keep an eye on your mailbox. Then we will email the codes to you in the coming days with
think the
some
cables are
instructions on
also
how
good,
to redeem
right?
it. Sorry?
There are not that many cables visible, right?
No, from this side it looks quite good.
Yeah, see?
Now open the back.
No.
Okay, that will close it off for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope to see you again next week, same place, same time. Goodbye.
See you guys. Bye-bye.